everyone. I hope you're doing well. It's been a little while since I have done a video, and I do want to apologize for that. I'm trying to get back into the hang of things since Christmas and the holidays and being sick, and I'm still kind of getting with that. And then we had this big winter storm across the United States that have caused some delays in shipping, in power services, things like that. I've been having issues with internet, I've been having issues with power surges, things like that. So hopefully everything goes well today. I did try to film yesterday and it just did not go well. I don't know if it was internet was lagging or what it was, but I was not having any luck filming yesterday. But anyway, today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing an unboxing video for you from a product that is from the Sotec company. Now I have it right here in this little carton, and this is a magnetic hoop that is made by the Sotec company, like I said. And this is a embroidery area of 6 by 6 inch or 150 by 150 millimeter. And the Sotec company contacted me and asked me if I'd be willing to do a video with one of their magnetic hoops and sharing it with my subscribers. So I picked the hoop size I wanted, and I am going to be testing this for the Pfaff Creative 4.0 machine. Now, before we get a little further into the video and actually doing the unboxing, I printed out the description from the Amazon link that they have provided me, and I also did a little bit more research and everything for you guys so I could tell you a few things that I have learned about this hoop. Okay, so like I said, my machine is the Pfaff Creative 4.0, but they do provide hoops for different brands. So of course the Pfaff, Husqvarna Viking, I always have a weird thing with that word, Husqvarna Viking, Brother Machines, Baby Lock, Janome, Poolin, and Elna. So I have gone not only on Amazon and checked out the links, but I have also went to their website, and they also have a couple hoops for Elna machines. They have hoops as well on their website for industrial machines, but in my case we're just going to be doing an at-home single needle machine testing. Okay, so I have, like I said, I have printed out the information here, and I'm going to read off to you all of the Pfaff and Husqvarna Viking machines that this does cover. So bear with me, I got to get my reading glasses here. Okay, so this hoop is compatible with Pfaff Creative Sensation, Creative Vision, Creative Performance, Creative Sensation Pro, Creative Sensation Pro 2, Creative 4.5, Creative 4.0, and again, which my Pfaff machine is. Compatible with Husqvarna Viking Designer Diamond, Designer Diamond Royal, Designer Diamond Deluxe, Designer Ruby, Designer Ruby Royal, Designer Topaz, 50, 40, 30, 25, and 20, Designer SE, Designer SE-LE, Designer 2, Designer 1, Designer Quilt Designer 2, and the Platinum 955E. And it will list all that in the description for the listings. So please definitely check out what they all have to offer in the link that will be in the description box below. When you go to the link, you can see this right here where it says visit the Sotec store, and you can click on that link and that will take you directly to the Sotec store, and it will list all of the brands that they do provide hoops for. So please do not think that this is just for Pfaff machines. I'm just doing a review for a hoop that goes with my particular machine. Okay, now with that being said, the price is $59.99. Okay, now if you have researched hoops for your single needle machines, you will know that they can be very expensive. So I like doing videos where I can provide my subscribers with ways to save money. Now, machine embroidery is an expensive hobby. It can be an expensive business, whether you're doing it as a hobbyist or whether you are doing an embroidery business. And again, I like bringing products to my subscribers that will help you save money. The SewTech embroidery hoops is one way that you can do that. Okay, so $60 for a magnetic embroidery hoop is very inexpensive. If you've done your research, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we are going to set this aside, and this, let me go ahead and tell you again, this is for the 6" by 6" hoop, which is the 150 by 150mm hoop. And also, you will notice right here on the carton that it tells you that it is compatible with machines, same as the hoop, the number 820, 889, 096, and the 920, 115, 096, or the PA889. And you can see that all listed down here on the bottom. And what those are is those are the Pfaff hoops that come with, or that either come with your machine, or if you purchase additionally to go with your machine. Now, one of those is the 150 by 150 all fabric hoop for the Pfaff machine, and the other one is the quilter's hoop. Okay, so those are what those numbers are, and you will have those more than likely listed in your machine. So whatever you select on your machine, that is what you would select for that number to be able to use this hoop. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and switch to the overhead camera. That way we can see everything unboxing it. I will then pause to put the embroidery unit on the machine, and then I will show you everything that you do to start up. Before we do attach the embroidery unit to the machine, I will show you how you can hoop your stabilizers. And I have my stabilizer already here. I also have a piece of little tulle fabric for the type of fabric that we're going, or the type of project that we are going to be doing. And I'm going to show you that here. And you can see that there. This is a freestanding lace bookmark that I stitched out. I did a little test video of the hoop yesterday just so I could familiarize myself with the hoop a little bit more before I actually did the filming for you. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. We're going to switch to the overhead camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so we have switched over to our overhead view, and we are going to go ahead and open up the carton. Like I did say earlier in the previous segment, I did do the test stitch out to familiarize myself with the hoop, and that was this design here. And I will be stitching the same design for you guys in the video today. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open it. First, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the packaging. Now, I'm one of those people that I really like minimalistic packaging because I don't want to be having a lot of cardboard waste or packaging waste, things like that. And if I do happen to buy a product that does have that, I usually try to recycle those and use them for either shipping boxes or anything like that. But I do love the fact that they ship it right in the carton that it comes in. And I went ahead and I took my shipping labels off the back, and it has a little bit here on the back. Okay, so let me first of all tell you that the photo that you have here in this photo is for the 4x4 hoop. This is not the 6x6 hoop in the photo. So where it says 4 magnets, I believe that's the, I got to get my glasses again. I believe that's the 4x4 hoop. That might be the 6x6 hoop there. But it does say on the box that it is 4 magnets. But when I did open it, there were definitely 6 magnets. So they have improved on that, which I am really thankful for, because I really do like the fact that you have more magnets to be able to hold down your stabilizers. Okay, let's go ahead and open. And it just comes in a nice little bubble wrap. It's got a little piece of styrofoam in there. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and take it out. Oops, one of my magnets came off. And you do have a template with it and your instructions. So let's go ahead and move these items aside. Okay. So I really love the fact that it has silicone over your magnets. I really like that it's going to help kind of keep your fabrics protected. I love the silicone magnets. I have a couple other hoops that have the silicone magnets on it, and it just, I really like them. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 magnets, like I said. You have a really, really nice instruction sheet. Now, the reason, one of the reasons why I'm really, really excited about the instruction sheet, I've mentioned this before on another video I did for another hoop, that some instruction sheets that will come with a magnetic hoop is just one piece of paper. That is it. They don't tell you anything other than they give you a warning, things like that. So, okay. So first of all, your user instructions will tell you to check your reference part number on the package. The part number refers to the plastic hoop, which has the same adapter and embroidery area with this metal magnetic hoop. And what they're talking about is this portion right here and the adapter that is on your embroidery unit. When we attach the embroidery unit to the machine, I will show you that, and we will talk a little bit more about that. Then it refers to the instruction manual of your embroidery machines for details on how to attach your plastic hoop to your machines. When you attach this metal magnetic hoop on the machines, just take the same way as the plastic hoop. It's plain and simple, just you attach it the same way. The metal hoop can be used on the same machines which are compatible with the referred plastic hoops. And that was what I was telling you about the numbers on the carton. Okay, and I will show you that when we get on the machine and we are set up in front of the machine. Okay, so you have your metal magnetic hoop, your user instructions. It says, note, different embroidery machines have different center positions, so the included grid template may not align perfectly with your machine's center position. You should only be used as a general reference. That is pretty much common with all machines. And I mean the common is that it's kind of common sense with all machines. They're all lined up differently, but your machine does have ways to go into your machine to center your designs. So when you are on with your hoop and you have it in your machine, you can put your template on and it'll find your center point for you if you need to line up your center point for a specific design. Okay, so one thing that I love about this particular hoop and the Sotec brand is that you can see the little number here. They have the number that the template goes with. They have the number on the template, and it is also right on the hoop right here. I have a well-known brand magnetic hoop that I bought used, and it doesn't have that. The template does not tell you what hoop it goes with. So I really love this added little number on here so you know what template goes with which hoop. Okay. It also has really nice center lines. I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see what I mean. So you can see that you have your center line straight up and across, but it also has lines going diagonal. And for some stitch outs that you do, you may need to have that diagonal line. Okay, so I really love that it has those markings on the template. Now you have your little center marks here, so you can see the little cutout here, and that helps you line up as well. And you have one here, and then you have your center hole in the middle, so if you needed to find your center, you're able to drop down your needle right in the center. Now it has a really nice kind of like a velvety texture along the top portion of the hoop. I really like that as well because that is going to help the fabric grip. Okay, so also I really like when they include this strip here along the back, and what that strip is that when it's riding in your machine on the bed of your machine, the metal hoop is not going to wear on your machine. Okay, it's not going to cause a wear mark. So I really like that. The plastic's just going to help the hoop glide over. Okay, so we're going to pop back to the instruction sheets. It talks about your magnets. And then when you open up, you have suggestions for using the magnetic hoops. It shows you how to find your center. It shows you how you program into the machine. And what's really neat, this little picture here is for a brother machine, and I actually have this brother machine as well. So that, I think that's the one I have. It looks like the same machine I have. Okay, and then it also tells you different ways that you can use your hoop. So it has the hard to hoop fabrics and finished garments. So if you've ever embroidered on like a sleeve of a shirt and you wanted to embroider something on the cuff, it can show you how to hoop that. How to hoop, that might be a shirt. It shows you for specific types of fabric that you should use like a sticky stabilizer for those, and it shows you how to do that as well. So it says that for stretch fabrics, velvet, suede, leather, and coarse fabrics, it's hard to hoop and the fabric can be damaged by hooping. For those fabrics, use the hoop with an adhesive stabilizer. This is also the perfect solution when embroidering on garments as jackets, jeans, waistbands, pockets, sleeves, or collars. And that tells you all here, and it kind of tells you a little breakdown on how to do everything and the illustrations. It also has, you can embroider on quilts or sturdy fabrics. And for quilting, you will know that when you are quilting a quilt on an embroidery machine, you have all of those thick layers. And the traditional plastic hoops are sometimes really hard to clamp down the quilting in the hoop because all those really thick layers. So it's really nice to be able to have a magnetic hoop because you just basically lay it on top and you are putting your magnets down and then you are good to go. Okay, so the back also tells you that they're great for lace and freestanding embroidery, and that's what we're going to be doing today. The sample I showed you, I have 2 pieces of water-soluble stabilizer, the mesh type of water-soluble stabilizer, and a piece of tulle. The tull's not really important to the project or the hoop. Well, for the project, yes, but not for the hoop. Okay, so it tells you that's perfect for that. It's for standard embroidery or endless embroidery. It's really easy to move your fabric up with endless embroidery and just re-pop the magnets onto the hoop. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you just how easy it is to hoop your stabilizers. Okay, so we're going to move the template. I will not be using the template for this type of project. Okay, so the way I like to hoop on my stabilizers, I make sure they're lined up. I'm sorry for my squeaky chair, guys. It is a little annoying, I'm sorry. Okay, so I like putting my stabilizer over this portion so it overlaps. So I do know that I have enough fabric all around, or enough stabilizer all around. And move it up a little. Okay. Then I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to just lay that over the top. And I like putting it on the inside of the hoop first. So I'm going to just put one, make sure so on the top and bottom, like so. And I like doing my 4 corners first on a magnetic hoop. That way it lets me adjust things just a little bit easier. So let's make sure we separate all our magnets first. Okay, so then what I do is I go either top or bottom, doesn't matter, and I smooth it out and put my magnet. Then I go from this corner and I go across. And then I also kind of like pull it a little as I'm doing it and put that magnet. Now with these magnets, you can either go top and top or you can go side and side. I like going to the side. And put one there, and I'm going to put one here as well. And now you have your stabilizer hooped. And if it is a little loose, you can pull your stabilizers. And with magnets, it's really easy to adjust it. Really simple. Now, what's moving here on mine is going to be my tool. So it looks like my stabilizer may not be taut underneath, but it's actually my tool that's a little off. So I'm going to just kind of pull a little bit and put that right there. Okay, so now that is really quick and simple on how to do your stabilizer in a magnetic hoop. It is tight enough for me. Well, now what I'm going to do is we are going to pause the video again. I'm going to attach the embroidery unit, and then I'm going to show you how the brackets match up. So give me just a moment. Okay, so this is my embroidery unit. I have not connected it to the machine yet. I have the extra large Pfaff embroidery unit, and this allows me to go up to a very large embroidery hoop. I believe it's 250 by 360 millimeter. I could be wrong on that exact size. It's been a while since I used my largest hoop on here, but I'm able to use a really large hoop on my Pfaff. And the reason why I bought my Pfaff is because I like doing quilting. So I really was happy with the large embroidery unit. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and slide it onto the machine. And to properly attach your embroidery unit to your machine, you're going to want to hear a little snap, and just like so. When you remove it, there's a little lever here, and you just push that or pull the lever and remove it, and it'll snap back on. And you can see that I have a really large, it goes from here to all the way over here. I don't know if you can see that all the way. So there we go. And it is a large embroidery unit. Okay, so here is my little lever. And when you attach your hoop, you can either hold the lever down line it up and pop it on, okay? Or you can hold your arm and just slide it on and you'll hear the little click. I'm going to hold these and you can hear the little click. That way you will know that it is firmly attached to your embroidery unit. But I do not actually want to attach the hoop yet, okay? So we're going to go ahead and take it back off. And the reason why I don't want to attach it yet is because I do not have my design set into the machine yet, and I don't have my machine turned on yet, because when I turn it on, it is going to calibrate the unit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are again going to switch camera angle to the front view of the camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are now set up in front of the machine. I'm going to go ahead and power it on. And it does take a second for my model to come up. It is an older model, and being that it is a computerized machine, it does take a little second for it to boot up. Okay, so the screen is coming on. I'm not sure. Whoops, sorry about that. Not sure if you can see that. Okay, so what it is telling me now is I'm going to move us over a little bit, and it is telling me that I need to calibrate the hoop, or the embroidery arm. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you that here, and it's going to move when I hit the OK button. Okay, now that is why you don't want to put your embroidery hoop on as soon as you start your machine, because your embroidery unit needs to calibrate to the machine. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to come over and I am going to select my design, and in my machine I have to do a long press, and I'm going to try to zoom you in a little bit here, and I hope that you will be able to actually see. Let's see. I don't think we are, there we go. There, we're zooming in. I am still getting used to the new camera, so please excuse me on that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my file button here, and I'm going to hit my USB symbol, and up here. Okay, and it has it as photos right now, or files. I like hitting my text, and it lets me know exactly what I have. It spells everything out for me, and I just like it in that format better. I wish I could set it in that format, but I don't think I can. Okay, so we are going to select bookmarks. I am going to select my bookmark number 4. And I'm going to be stitching a, whoops, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to be stitching a 5-inch bookmark. So I am going to select my 5-inch, and you'll see that it is loading up. And you can see that there on the screen. Now it has it in blue, and I just left it on the blue because it is going to show on the screen better for you and not be all washed out. You might have heard the embroidery unit kind of calibrate itself again, but what it has is it is setting this to a 120 hoop, 120 by 120. And for a 5-inch, I theoretically could use a 5-inch hoop, or I think, no, 120 is a 4-inch hoop. Okay, I was incorrect. So what I want to do is I actually want to go in and set my hoop size. So I'm going to hit my hoop button here. Okay, so this is what I was telling you about on the carton, that the numbers on the carton, the part number, the first one was for the all creative all fabric hoop 2 here, and then the creative texture hoop here. Okay, and those are both 150 by 150 hoops. So I can select either one of those and it'll work okay. So I'm going to just select my all fabric hoop. And there we go. And it popped it on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit OK for my embroidery. And it is now telling me to attach the hoop. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to move us over and we are going to show you, get a little closer, and I will tilt you down a little, and that way we can look directly. Sorry, I'm still learning this camera, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, there we go. So you can see my bracket here. So I'm going to grab the hoop and I'm going to slide it under the foot first, like so. And there you can see the bracket. And I'm just going to hold my embroidery arm and line it up, and I'm going to pop it right on. And you hear the click, and then you know your hoop is attached correctly. We're going to make sure everything's okay, and I'm going to OK on the machine that we already have it selected for the proper hoop. I'm going to hit my start, and you could see there that what it did is it aligned itself up to where it is going to start. I'm going to hold my thread tail, pull it out a little so I can hold it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit my start. I'm going to let you guys watch it for a couple seconds or a minute or so, because this design is going to take 27 minutes to stitch out. I don't want to leave the camera running all that time because it's just going to be boring for you guys to watch 27 minutes of just complete stitching. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and hit start so you guys can see it start. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to clip that thread tail. And sorry if I'm a little loud, I was right on top of the camera there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Let it play for a minute so you guys can see. I'm going to back up just a little so you guys can see the whole hoop. And I really hope the lighting is okay. I am going to have to invest in some more lighting with this new camera. I have my stitch speed to one level below max speed. I usually do not like to stitch out designs on top speed for the machine. I found that it just does not work for my machine. I have thread breaks, things like that. So I usually like to set it just below top or at mid speed. Also, what you guys may not know, some designs are programmed, or some designs are designed at a specific speed for optimum stitch out. I didn't know that until I saw a design that had the recommended stitching speed for it. And all designs will not list that. Okay, so as you can see, it is stitching out well. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. When we get closer to the end of the stitch out, I will come back and show you how it's doing. Okay, so I wanted to pop back on. We are almost 8,300 stitches into the 13,700 stitches for this design. So I just wanted to pop on about halfway through So you can see that the stabilizer is staying where it's supposed to, and none of the magnets have released. It is creasing a little bit right here, but that's just because of the design where it's stitching there. Okay, so it's going to move to a next little portion. And I think I could have done the 6-inch with no problem for this hoop, because it is such a large hoop. I will have to try that out and update you guys. And again, I did do this stitch out in black so you guys could see it really well on the white stabilizer. Okay, we are almost at 9,100 stitches of the 13,700. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again, and then when it's just about finished, I will come back. Okay guys, we are almost done. It is at 12,200 of the 13,700 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and let it keep filming. So for this last part, you guys can see exactly how the finish is. It is still holding up really well. None of the magnets have moved at all. The tension of the stabilizer in the hoop hasn't moved. So it works fantastic for freestanding lace. About done. We have about 200 more stitches to go. Maybe about 220. There we go. It is finished. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off the machine, and I'm going to switch to the overhead camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are now switched to our overhead view, and I have not taken it off the machine yet. I'm going to just hit my little lever here, and I'm going to just slide it out. And you can see the back of it. There are some little poles, and that's just because the density of the design. And we're going to go ahead and set it down. Okay, I really like the way the magnets kept the stabilizer absolutely in place. The tension remained accurate. So as you can see here, here's the design I just finished. Here's the test design I did of the stitch out yesterday, and they both turned out really, really nicely. My next thing that I will be testing is I will be doing a quilt block on this to do the edge-to-edge quilting design for a small quilt block. And that is mainly what I use my machines for. So I will be doing that. But the big thing I wanted to test out was the freestanding lace, because I know the stabilizers and the water-soluble stabilizers, some people in some of the quilt groups I belong to and the embroidery groups I belong to on Facebook have said that they don't do freestanding lace with magnetic embroidery hoops. And I've often wondered why. And truthfully, I don't have a problem with it. This hoop did an absolutely great job for freestanding lace. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to remove my embroidery unit so we have some more room, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to give you my last thoughts. Just a quick review of my first impression. First impression was absolutely wonderful. I liked the fact that packaging was minimal. I like the fact that the template has the hoop size or the hoop right on it, and it matches with right here on the frame itself or the hoop itself. I love the fact that it comes with a really nice pamphlet for your user instructions, and then it goes over some really nice simple steps for you. I love the fact that it has 6 magnets instead of 4. If you do want more magnets, you can always purchase more. What else? I'm just really, really impressed with it. It's a very simplistic hoop. It's not anything more than what you need. It gets the job done. It's perfect. I like that for water-soluble stabilizer, it held it perfectly with 6 magnets. You can still see that it's taut. And me tapping on it is loosening it a little bit, but you're not going to be sitting there tapping it while it's on the machine. So we're going to go ahead and take it off. I'm going to stack my magnets. And there's my design. It is perfectly done. I have to just trim my little thread knot there, and that is it, guys. I really love this hoop. I hopefully will be able to bring you some more videos with some of their other hoops that they have. I really like how easy it is to use this hoop. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Also, the link will be in the description box below. And again, please know that that link will take you directly to the Amazon page for this hoop itself, for the Pfaff machine. If you are going to be purchasing your hoop for a different brand of machine, and like I mentioned in the beginning of the videos, that it also does, I can't find my list, where did I put my list? That it does Baby Lock, Elna, Janome. Okay, so Baby Lock, Janome, Brother, Husqvarna Viking. I always have an issue with that word. Pfaff, Poolin, and Elna. So to get to those, to do your listing, to look where you want to go to, like I mentioned, click on the link provided in the description, and then when it comes up, you will see this little option right here visit the Sotex store, and it will take you directly to their Amazon store, so you can look for your specific brand. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and this little tutorial, and I hope to see you guys all really soon. Thanks guys. Good night.